What's up guys, Magic here, and today's video you are watching some Modern Warfare 2 knife only gameplay. It's been a while. I definitely haven't been doing a lot of knifing content lately, but I do have some gameplays saved up and whatnot. I finally got to do some knifing as of lately, and already, like, just from playing 2 games, no joke, I got 2 gameplays, like on the first 2 games, like really good gameplays. And yeah, like I gotta admit guys, like knifing in this game is like a force. Like you can like destroy in this game, like if you go knife only with the proper knife only class setup as I have right now. Which is very much similar to the first Modern Warfare that I did for my class setup, but in this one it's actually better because you move really fast in this game, and yeah, so you can like absolutely destroy with the knife in Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, give it a try sometime if you haven't already. So I'll try to bring those gameplays to you hopefully in the coming weeks or months depending. So yeah. So in this commentary, I gotta talk about Novak Djokovic. You know, last year he was huge on the news for, you know, refusing to get vaccinated and whatnot, and therefore it caused him to be banned from playing the Australian Open due to the COVID crisis that was taking place. And it even, you know, caused him to not be allowed to play the US Open of last year. So, but despite that, you know, he was able to play the French Open and Wimbledon, which of course he won. Which, I mean, he played against Nick Kyrgios, and Nick Kyrgios was definitely also a big highlight. As you know, I'm a big Nick Kyrgios fan. And but yeah, as far as Djokovic goes, you know, he had a lot of, you know, you either loved him or you hated him, you know. And now, like, despite of what happened last year, despite the fact that he was on the risk of being banned from entering Australia for like 5 years because of his status, and the fact that COVID is now has died down quite a lot now. Since then, you know, they've lifted that ban from Djokovic, and he was able to play this year. And honestly, it's kind of nice to have him back again finally. And because now that, especially since Federer is retired, you know, Djokovic and Nadal are the only 2 remaining old breeds for the big 3. So, and they still got quite a few years ahead of them, and both of them already have surpassed Federer's record for Grand Slams of 20, which, I mean, now that Djokovic has won the Australian Open for like a record like 9th time, I believe now, which is like crazy. Yeah, so he is, or maybe it's 10. I'll have to put a number up here just to correct myself, but it's an insane number. Like, he has the all-time record for a number of Australian wins for the men's, and yeah, so he's won his 22nd major now because of him winning the Australian Open now, which is incredible. You know, with thanks to, you know, the COVID crisis last year, Nadal was able to win 2 majors, which was the Australian Open and of course the French Open. He has the all-time record for French Open wins at 13. So yeah, he, like, both of them still going strong despite their ages. And yeah, I think they're just they're beyond proving the fact that, you know, you can still, if you have the right, if you have the skill, you can still thrive in the professional tennis tour, even in your late 30s. And Federer proved that too. I mean, his last major win was the 2018 Australian Open, and it was just, you know, incredible, right? The fact that these guys were pushing the human limits of the past, you know. I mean, before, men were retiring from tennis at around the early 30s, but now, you know, you got guys still playing well into like their late 30s and even 40s, I think. Like, I think Andy Murray, I'm not sure, I don't remember how old he is, but he's, you know, he's still going strong, you know, so all credit to him. But this brings me back to, now, since we're talking about Djokovic here and stuff, now he's tied with Nadal for the all-time record for Grand Slam wins in tennis. You gotta ask yourself again, like, you know, people were like debating like, oh, Djokovic is officially the GOAT of tennis or whatnot, but no, like, I think the debate still goes on, and about who is better and whatnot. And I think John McEnroe said it perfectly in a recent article that I read about the GOAT debate after Djokovic won Australian Open for like the record 9th or 10th time or something like that. John McEnroe said that Djokovic is the GOAT when it comes to hard court, and of course that includes Australian Open and whatnot. Nadal is the GOAT of clay because he's won a record 13 times, and Federer is the GOAT when it comes to grass court because he's won the Wimbledon record 8 times. So I think that's the best way to possibly put it for these three, because it's just hard to compare them and such. I mean, you can compare them, but each of them are without a doubt the 3 best players of all time in tennis, and they both are the GOAT on their own respective surfaces. I think that's the best way to put it when it comes to debating on who is the GOAT of tennis. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in my future videos, and until next time, peace out, guys.